So what do we have to do in terms of our training? We have to do this, right? This is what we do when we train. We create the conditions under which X goes up, right? And X is specific to the type of sport. You train the same way for a marathon that you do for a weightlifting meet. No, because the physical demands of the activity at that high level are specific. The physical demands are specific, right? The amount of force production, the type of metabolic environment that must be adapted are specific to the demands of the sport, okay? What is different about each one of those sports? The actual movement patterns themselves are different. What's the difference between powerlifting and weightlifting? They both involve force production, right? But they look very different in their execution, don't they? So if you're a weightlifter and you're going to do the snatch and a clean and jerk, what must you do? Well, you must train. You must get stronger, right? But what must you also do? You have to practice the technique of the snatch and the clean and jerk, right? Now, that makes the Olympic lifts a little different than the power lifts, doesn't it? Because the powerlifting is probably the only sport that you can name whereby the training and the practice are very, very, very similar, aren't they? Everything else is training is quite a bit different than the sport itself if it's going to be done effectively, right? Can you get strong for football playing football? Not as strong as somebody who is playing football and who is doing the squat, the press, the bench, and the deadlift, right? Now, back in the 60s, everybody just played football, and they got as strong as football made them, and as their genetics had them turn up at the field, right? And then there for a while, everybody was trying to get strong. Remember Mike Webster and those guys on the Steelers back in the 70s that just beat the piss out of everybody else because they lifted weights and got stronger? Well, now, what's going on? Now we've all decided that we're going to dance around in the weight room. And where's that? Did you see that video I posted the other day of the kid in the weight room of the Patriots, and he's going with a barbell and all this. He's got like a 45-pound plate on the bar, and he's doing this little dance with his feet. And it's as though it's 1965 again, right? Only now they're giving you little silly things to do that, why do you think they hired that kid to play football for the Patriots? Because he's good at football, right? He's real good at football. Is dancing around on the floor going to make him better for football? No, he's just displaying a tiny little percent of the ability that got him the job anyway. Is it making him stronger? No. Is it practice for football? No. Then what the hell are we doing it for? How do you get better at playing football? At the actual act of executing football, how do you get better at doing it? You practice on the field for football, right? You practice football on the field. And then how do you get stronger for playing football? You squat, you press, you bench press, you deadlift. Everything else is an inefficient way to try to get strong. It doesn't effectively do this. Does anybody here play golf? Nobody plays golf? Tiny little bit. Does it matter how far you hit the ball? Is that a deal in golf? Do they give a shit how far you hit the ball? Does your drive off the what do they call it? The tee?
Yeah. It matters about once every 18 holes.
Right?
When you pull out the, dick.
I mean, it's like, a stroke, right?
Yeah.
Saves you a stroke, so it does actually matter how far you hit the ball. Do they not understand that that's force production is at least some aspect of the distance the ball travels? Can't they do that physics problem?
Flexibility got a hold of that profession.
Yeah, a long time ago. So what they do is they take a 3-pound dumbbell and they go like this with it. And that's golf specific, right? Well, it does look like a golf swing. How much like a golf swing does it look?
Slow.
Not much, because it's slow, and the club, of course, is longer than a 3-pound dumbbell, right? So is it specific? Is it practice, therefore? No. Does it make you strong, therefore? Because it only weighs 3 pounds? So what the fuck are they doing anymore?
Making a lot of money.
This is all of this specificity shit boils back down to that. Your functional training is neither capable of making you strong, nor is it practice, because it is not specific to the accuracy and precision that is required during the execution of the performance.